Mm, it depends on who you're asking. Because this is what you're talking about. Obviously, as a person who identifies with Dominican social constructs. But do you understand that this is based in the Latin American caste system, which is informed by a reverse one-drop rule that our European colonizers devised in order to categorize people according to their proximity to whiteness. So as much as Dominicans want to go off and criticize and talk about how the U.S. and their one-drop rule always want to make everybody black, recognize the hypocrisy, because we have our own one-drop rule that seeks to approximate people to whiteness. And that's where all of these classifications come from. That's what they're rooted in. That's where they're coming from. Look at the categories. You can be indigenous colored, really, like literally if I translate that, Indian. But Indians are from India. But this is the term that has been used for centuries. So you can literally be Indian colored. You can be light Indian. You can be cinnamon Indian. You can be dark Indian. You can even be dark white. You can be light white, clear white. You can be brown. You can be light brown. You can be washed brown. You can be dark brown. You can be light mulatto, dark mulatto. You can be light black. You can be washed black, washed Negro. You can be dark Negro, right? Dark black. So just listening to these classifications, that should really stick out to a person's ear. Only a racist person could come up with terminology like this, but it is acceptable terminology, which has given people for centuries room to pick anything but black unless they absolutely have to in order to identify themselves and other people. So if you're going to hate on something because both the US and Latin America devised these caste systems to identify people, hate on the white supremacy that created it, because that's what it's all rooted in and that's where it comes from. But to answer the other part of what you're saying, there's no race problem in DR, and more than anything to show how I am so proud to see the work that Dominicans in Dominican Republic are doing to address this very issue, to address racism and issues of anti-blackness. I got a part 2 for you, because you're lying. You're not being honest. And this way you get to hear what Dominicans themselves who live in Dominican Republic are saying about these very issues, and that it's not just something that us Americans keep talking about.